late to the party. I was telling you all the other day that my husband and our son had started a t-shirt business. And so they're going to be making all the t-shirts that you all would want to wear. This is one of them. Now, every other day or maybe every day, I'll have on like a different pattern that you could look at and you're going to be able to choose from. There's going to be so many different, different types of shirts you can choose from. Something like this. All right, and let me show you such great quality. And when I tell you the t-shirt is buttery soft, you're not going to have to worry about it shrinking. You're not going to have to worry about your pattern fading. This is what you want. Listen, we're so excited, but I would say it's going to be like about a month because their business is just now really getting up off the ground, okay? The equipment is here, everything that they have so they can print the kind of t-shirts that you all are going to want. Everything's here and up and going. So in about a month, we're going to be able to show you all the different types of designs and prints or what you're going to want or what you're going to possibly be able to request. So super exciting. Stay tuned for these t-shirts. Ramen here at the Young's house. And today, Gina Young's going to show you how to make your ramen taste delicious. Ramen doesn't just have to be noodles, right? I even see people just doing noodles and butter to bump it up. No, we're going to really bump it up. We're going to put some flavor in there. We're going to put some seafood in there, right? We're going to make this thing taste good to where you could have this for dinner, right? And everybody's going to absolutely love it. And then I'll also talk about a couple of other things that I like to put into my ramen so you can fill your family up and they're going to enjoy this ramen. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some ramen, your favorite. I got 3 of them, okay? And today I'm using some crab meat here. It's imitation, but if you want to use real crab meat and pay $25 for a small can, you can. All right, we're using some green onions. Nice, beautiful, fresh green onions. And my favorite, bok choy. If you've never heard of this, it's a Chinese cabbage, and it is so delicious. But one thing about it, once you start to cut it, just make sure that you rinse it off because there may be some dirt or sand within these leaves, okay? You're gonna need some spices to make it come together and taste absolutely amazing. I got onion and garlic powder. It's a must, okay? We're using a really interesting ingredient that I don't use often because when you use it, you have to use just a little bit, but a little bit is gonna really bump up the recipe. Sesame oil, okay? And I'm also gonna use some soy sauce, just a little bit. And then we're going to use some bouillon powder. This is the chicken bouillon powder. And who doesn't have ramen without eggs? We got some lovely boiled eggs. And right here I have my water. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make ramen that tastes good. Y'all are having a great day today. And if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. How many of you love ramen? Do you love it like we do here at the Young's house? And here's what I really want to know. How many times a week do you think you and your family, or maybe just the kids, how many times do they go to open that pack of ramen and they just cook it with water and that's it? Let me hear from you in the comments. The first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and get started slicing up some beautiful green onions. Not only will these green onions give your ramen some great flavor, but it gives it a gorgeous color. I'm going to cut all of it. Go ahead and get these beautiful green onions onto a platter because we're definitely not using them right now. But what I do want you to do is go ahead and turn your heat on to like a medium-high heat for your water. You can either have water or broth in your pan. I have these gorgeous bok choys. I could just eat it just like that. That's how much I love this Chinese cabbage is what it is. So I'm going to cut it and then I'm going to rinse it to get any sand off, okay? How I put this in my ramen is just like this. Always cut the end off, okay? But you could put it right in just like that. It wilts, and when I tell you it's delicious, chef's kiss every time. You'll love it. Bok choy is what it is. Let's go ahead and take our beautiful crab meat that we have here. I always like to use the imitation. It tastes good. Like I said, you can definitely get the kind that costs you an arm and a leg, but I ain't doing that. Not for ramen, right? So here, these are the pieces that we're going to use, and I'm just going to set them into our lovely bowl with our bok choy, our green onions, and our crab meat. And in the meantime, I got some water getting ready to boil here, but I also got some eggs. I want to hear from everybody. Do you guys like to make your boiled eggs where they're kind of runny? Like you boil them, but they're kind of jammy in the inside? Let me know, or do you fully cook yours? ahead and get our ramen open. Hey y'all, so what kind of ramen are you all eating? Like there's so many different kinds, right? What kind do you like? Is this the kind you like? I love this kind. Are you kidding me? And you get like 5 in a pack for hardly anything, especially you can buy it at the dollar store, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead, take it out of the package and get my seasoning. Yes, even though I'm using seasoning, I'm using these seasoning packets too. My water has came up to a boil, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn this water into a lovely broth. You hear me? Absolutely. And if you wanted to do steak, yes, absolutely. We have ramen with steak here, right? Make you a steak on the side. All right, let it cool down a little bit, and then you can slice into it. Let's just say you had leftover chicken in the refrigerator. Take it and put it in here. You know, like that's how you do it, and that's how you bump it up. Sometimes I'll put Velveeta cheese in here, make it creamy. You could put cheese and milk in there and make it really creamy. Like there's so many different things I do. Sometimes I'll just put some mushrooms, some peas and corn in here, and I'm talking about good, right? So it's not like brain surgeon trying to figure out what could I put in there. Put anything in there and it tastes good. Now another ingredient that I'll use Spam. I love to put Spam in my ramen and my family goes wild over it. Spam and boiled eggs, and it's a done deal, right? So tell me what you would put in yours and what kind of ramen do you love? Let's go ahead and take this time to make our broth taste amazing, right? The broth you want to be able to drink this broth right off of a flip-flop. I just put chicken bouillon powder in. You can decide if you're going to use the seasoning packets. I'm going to use 2 of these seasoning packets. All right, lovely. Okay, let's get the second one in. And then when you're using sesame oil, trust me, you can only use a little dab. A little dab goes an extreme long way. Watch this. That's it. Yes, that's it. And I want the broth to be dark, so I'm going to put some light soy sauce in there just like this. Quick and simple, right? So now we're going to take this time to put some seasoning in there. Onion powder, a nice amount of it on purpose. And honestly, just to be honest, since I put quite a bit of chicken bouillon powder in, I put some more water, so it's not going to be salty, okay? And now onion and garlic powder, just like this. Once the water comes up to a boil, we are going to cook these noodles, but did you know once your ramen noodles turn like flat to where they don't have that curl like my hair in them, you've overcooked them. Let's not overcook them. Make sure they're nice and curly like this, and then you have cooked them to perfection. Leave them alone. Don't mess with them right now. I'm just going to go ahead and slice our boiled eggs so we can set them right on top of the ramen when it's done. I like mine's fully cooked. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. Are you kidding me? Go ahead and turn our noodles right over. We're having the time of our life in this kitchen. My husband is behind the other side of the camera, y'all. He got me cracking up. Are you kidding me? Get him, y'all. Get him. Look at this. This is perfect. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn around and put my bok choy that I sliced and I cut right in. Doesn't matter where you put it. It's going to cook up to perfection. Trust me. Let's go ahead and throw our crab meat in, half of the green onions, because the other part of the green onions is going to go on top of our ramen as a nice garnish. Look at this, y'all. Are you kidding me? And our noodles are almost done, believe it or not. Our noodles are just about to the point to where I'm going to turn this off, and our bok choy has cooked to perfection. You don't have to cook it until it wilts. You know, it's the residual heat from this broth cooks the bok choy to perfection, and all you really got to do with your crab meat is really just heat it up. How gorgeous is this? It tastes good too. Let's go ahead. I turned the stove off. We're going to go ahead, get it into this nice large bowl, and me and my husband, we like to just share it out the same bowl. It's so much fun to eat it this way. Take a look at this lovely bowl, and now we're going to place our eggs. Do what you can to make it look gorgeous, right? I'm going to put 2 right there. We're going to put 2 right here, and lunch is served. If y'all enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on, tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, on today, we thank you for this meal, your hedge of protection and your love. It's ready to taste. You're ready to taste. I'm giving you that first bite. But first thing I'm going in for, because it is delicious, this broth. Yes, it tastes good. And I did put the green onions right on top for garnish and taste. Watch this. Crab meat. Mm-hmm. Woo. Hold on, y'all. It's hot. It cooled down. Let's taste. I'm going in for a bite of the egg. Bok choy crab meat noodles.